Market participants are still not sure whether the global economy will manage to avoid the negative effects of the coronavirus outbreak. Besides, there is no confidence that the stimulus measures introduced by most governments can bring the expected results. Every poor macroeconomic report makes economists even more pessimistic. In this video review, we will find out what macroeconomic statistics will shape the market sentiment early next week. Thus, at the beginning of the next week, all eyes will be turned to the consumer activity and the Fed's meeting results. On Monday, China is expected to reveal rather poor data on its industrial production. Such figures can badly influence the Australian dollar. Economists forecast a sharp slowdown to 1.5% from 6.9%. Australia's mining sector can be severely affected by the data, as it's China's main supplier of raw materials. Besides, on Monday, China will report on changes in domestic demand. According to the forecast, China's retail sales rose by 0.8% compared to an increase of 8.0% in the previous period. Such weak performance was caused by the coronavirus that is spreading all around the world. That's why lower consumer activity is expected worldwide. On Tuesday, the United States will also publish retail sales figures. Analysts foresee a climb by 0.2% in February. On a yearly basis, the indicator slowed down to a 12-month low of 2.7%. The retail sales sector is extremely important for the U.S. economy, as it comprises 2/3 of the country's GDP. Besides, the report is formed on the basis of consumer spending. Moreover, the drop was locked in February when consumers were not really concerned about the epidemic in the United States. On Wednesday, the US Fed is planning to hold another meeting. Under the current conditions, monetary policy easing is highly possible. Most experts suppose that the regulator can lower their benchmark rate by 75 basis points to 0.50%. Several hours before the Fed's decision, traders will be focused on the macroeconomic statistics from Canada. Analysts also forecast rather weak data on Canada's consumer prices index. That's why the US dollar climb is quite possible. However, it's recommended to avoid trading the USD card pair amid uncertainties over the US Fed's decision. On top of the above-mentioned events, traders will also pay attention to the publication of the following statistics. On Tuesday, the trading session will be opened by the Reserve Bank of Australia's monetary policy meeting minutes. The UK labour market report, as well as the economic sentiment data from Germany and the Eurozone. The US will publish the retail sales figures with industrial production data. On Wednesday, the Eurozone will provide its final inflation report, and the US is expected to unveil its construction sector figures. You were watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. We wish you profitable deals.